I got a scene from Airplane I'd like to share, but I first want to know, back up just a little bit. In 1977, you guys did release the Kentucky Fried Movie.
Correct.
So how did that go over? Was it a success? I mean, then you got a bigger budget, I'm assuming, or
Or
guessing.
didn't maybe you didn't even
Yeah, I
break even?
mean,
I don't know.
we made Kentucky Fried Movie. By the way, we didn't direct. John Landis directed
Okay.
Kentucky. We wrote it. Um, but we got to go to the set and see how movies are made. None of us
Mm-hmm.
ever took movie making courses in college
Right.
or anything, so we didn't know very much. So we got to see that, and it was made for about $500,000 or 600, something like that.
Okay.
And so it did pretty well at the box office, certainly much and certainly enough to make the budget back. I think, I don't remember, but it did pretty well. And again, it got our feet in the door of studios so we could pitch Airplane.
All right. And John Landis is a great person to study under. He has a huge
No
number of
kidding.
great movies.
Wow.
Oh yeah, no, he's great, and he's a really fabulous guy.
Yeah.
And he's, to this day, we're still friendly.
Oh, that's
And
good. That's good.
yeah, he's really bright, really energetic, funny guy.
All right. Let me show that Airplane clip. It's a good one.
Let's see. Altitude, 24,000 feet. Level flight, speed 520 knots. Course 090. Trim, mixture, wash, soak, rinse, spin.
Ted, what are you doing here? You can't fly this plane.
That's what I've been trying to tell these people.
Elaine, I don't have time to say this gently, so I'll be very direct. Everyone on this plane is in a desperate situation. Mr. Stryker is the only hope we've got.
Those are the flaps. That's the thrust. This must turn on the landing lights.
Mayday, what the hell is that?
Mayday? Why, that's the Russian New Year. You know, we'll have a big parade and we'll serve hot hors d'oeuvres.
Can't stand it anymore. I've got to get out of here. I've got to get out of here. Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
Stewardess, please let me handle this.
I've got to get...
Calm down. Now get back to your seat. I'll take care of this. Calm down. Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
Doctor, you're wanted on the phone. Everything's gonna be all right. Please.
Sister, please, I'll handle this.
Yourself.
I've got to get out of here.
They have a whip after the gun. Okay.
Oh man,
Oh my gosh! All right,
that's good stuff.
I want to watch. I want to read the book, but how'd you come up with the lining up scene? I mean, obviously, no one likes somebody in a crisis getting hysterical, but where did that come from?
So here's where this takes a little magic out of it, maybe. But the way we would get material to do in our theater is we would keep the tape recorder on all night and tape in particular, looking for the stupidest commercials, because that's when the stupidest commercials are on, the middle of the night. So one day we got to work, and that's where we get our material. So one day we got to work, and we had taped a movie called Zero Hour, which was a 1957 melodrama starring Sterling Hayden and Dana Andrews and Linda Darnell, written by Arthur Haley. And it was Airplane, except serious. It was
Okay, I did see that. Yeah, I just haven't seen the movie, but I saw that it was made off that. Okay.
Yeah, and somewhere, if you online, you can see scenes from Airplane intercut with scenes from Zero Hour.
I
But
see.
it
Got
was
it.
a very serious melodrama about the guy with PTSD who gets on a plane. In that case, he was married. They were married, and it wasn't his stewardess. The his wife wasn't a steward, but they were just traveling together as a family. But there's food poisoning, and he has to overcome his problems and land the plane and get his wife's respect back. So there was this perfect 3-act play. David and Jerry and I knew nothing about storytelling.
Okay.
We just knew we like to make fun of straight stuff. So it was as though we got a Christmas tree and all we had to do is hang our ornaments on it. So we wrote 0 Hour as a comedy, and that's where it came from. And then we watched in 1970s. There were tons of these old melodramas about disasters, Towering Inferno and Airport 75. Airport. So there was lots of fodder, and in watching one of those old movies, that's what we'd go to work every day and turn on the tape recorder and just sort of rewrite the scenes from 0 Hour.
Did you ever run into any copyright stuff, or did you just acknowledging this is a spoof of is good enough? Or I'm just curious about that.
Yeah, no, well, there are specific rules. So what we did is we bought the rights to 0 Hour.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, for $2,500.
Solved that problem.
Oh, that's all.
It was $2,500, and so exactly, because that is an issue, and in other parodies we worked on after that could be an issue, but then when we had the rights, we were free to wail away. And I don't think it was a scene from 0 Hour, but in all the other disaster movies we watched, there was a scene where a woman got hysterical.
Okay.
And the fun thing
who hasn't wanted to slap the crap out of a hysterical?
Well, if you got a crisis going on, it's like everybody stay calm. How we get past this, and then there's always somebody losing it.
And there was very, very little, because we'd been working on airplanes since 1974. Actually, since before we did Kentucky Fried Movie.
Oh wow!
Right. So there was very little in Airplane that wasn't in the script. But one of the things that was improvised was when we pull back and you see the line of people waiting to hit the lady.
Yeah.
With the guy with somebody with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the people is my mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm going to capture that and put that back over in the edit.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And so, and I'm trying to think of the name of the actress who played the lady who was being hit. And when we started filming the scene, we were just kind of shaking her. And she said, "No, you should hit me."
That was the other question. Are they really laying into her? Because it looks very real.
I know it does.
It was.
She said, "No, go ahead. That's the way they do it."
She did her own stunts.
So
I like her. We got to find her name then. She's cool.
Something. And she was actually, because earlier in the movie, she's the one who says, "Jim never has a second cup of coffee at home." And I don't know.
Yeah, those are the best.
Yeah, and that
every
was
time she's suspicious about something and all that.
Right, and Jim never vomits at home, and she was the actual actress who did the Jim never has a cup of coffee at home commercial in real life, and that's how.
That's how you found her.
That's funny.
So, all right. Speaking of that, all right. So, well, really quick before I do want to talk about how you find all these people, but the other thing is what happened to Airplane 2. So why, I mean, I guess I read, and I don't know if it's true that you guys never seen that and don't have any interest in seeing that. So who took that over?
Well, when we made the deal with Paramount to make Airplane, they had, the rights to do sequels.
Yeah.
And they offered it to us, obviously, but we just couldn't think of any other, airplane jokes to do. So we turned it down, and no, we never have seen it. What we did say is maybe we could do a spoof of Godfather and make it so Bob and Julie had landed and somehow got involved in the mafia and do a spoof of Godfather. But Francis Coppola was working with Paramount then. He said, no, you can't do it because I want to do Godfather 3.
Okay.
So we could have saved the world from Godfather 3.
That would have been good.
Hey, if you like these kind of conversations and you'd like to see more, click like and subscribe to our channel. And if you're at the computer and you'd like to hear the whole podcast, click right here.